Let's not beat around the bush, big boy.
Joey!
In very succinct terms, who do you think the Steelers will take with the 21st pick, assuming they stay there? And who do you think they should take, assuming the draft falls as most think it will?
Woo. You're not going to give me multiple choice here?
No. Who do you think they will take? Who do you think they should take?
I think they should take Derek Harmon. Now, is he available at that point? That's up in the air at the time. I do think they need to, regardless of try to find themselves a defensive lineman within those first 20, 21 picks or 21 picks, depending on who it is, if it's Nolan, if it's Harmon, somebody to that ilk there. If not, if those two are gone, I would then move maybe a little bit past that and really look hard at a running back at 21. That's my top 3 picks. Running back, Joe.
Running back.
Saying this for
That
2
was
months
Bob.
now, Bob.
That was Bob.
Thanks for joining us, Bob.
You say running back, maybe?
Potentially. I mean, it would have to fall a certain way. But I think if the defensive lineman would be off the board at that point, I would think that a running back would be in play at that 21st pick. I don't think they're going to be able to move back because I don't think they're going to get enough value to be able to move back. First of all, if you move back from 21, you want to move back within range to get the guy that you truly love. You're not going to move back into the middle of the second round, then take a flyer, so to speak, on somebody. You're going to have to absolutely love somebody. What I'm saying is if you move to 21 to 26, you better well be sure that there's 5 people you would love to have it if you move back 5 spots. And I just don't think anything more than that would be possible.
So you think they will take Harmon, and who do you think they should take?
I think they should take Harmon if he's there. I mean, he's been mocked in many different places, anywhere from, top 12 to top 20 to all the way down to 30. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess depends on what the needs. There are some needs. I mean, Carolina needs a defensive line. The Bengals need an defensive lineman, which you got to be a little bit worried about because they're right in front of him. So he might be off the board, but I'm sure that there's 2 or 3 other ones that they would be willing to take at that spot too.
So if Nolan, Harmon, and Grant are all on the board, the defensive linemen, the trio, you would take Harmon out of those 3?
Yeah, I see Grant would be a little bit down on my list because, I mean, he is a big, powerful guy, Jordan Davis-like, but not like Jordan Davis because he's a little bit different because he's just a freak. I don't want a 20th first overall pick to be a guy that's limited to a nose tackle and may or may be able to play in sub-package football. I want a guy that's going to be, Cam Hayward-like, Stephon Tuitt-like eventually. I don't want a guy that can, potentially play 18 to 20 snaps. So he would be there, but he would probably be my last of the 3.
So, Mark, yesterday at that press conference, you heard Mike and Omar talk. You weren't going to get much information. They're not going to show their hand, and I totally understand that. But they did say they play a game, like most teams do, of misdirection, of making you think one thing when they're trying to do the other. How much of this pertains to what they're doing with Shedeur Sanders? Do you think they're legitimately interested, or are they maybe just trying to throw somebody off so that they can create a different scenario for themselves?
Well, Bob, you've been covering this team for a while. You too, Joe, and you have your own show with Mike Tomlin. How much effusive praise does he ever give to an opponent when it comes to a draft guy? Never. He went on and on and on and on.
Which is why I asked you the question.
Why?
Is it true?
He wants you to make you believe that you're going to potentially, hey, maybe if somebody's at 25, 24 or whatever, hey, let's move up to the Steelers, see if we can get ahead of them. Maybe they give them a call or something like that. Then he drops it in. He goes, even the top 30 visits we're not always truthful with. Who in the world are you talking about there, Mike? You have to be talking about Sanders, in my opinion, there as well. Like you said, they give no information for whatsoever. And all of a sudden, I thought he was going to tell us what, Shedeur Sanders' favorite color was and what's his favorite type of seafood and salad dressing at a point. So that was a red flag to me. I'm like, what are we doing here? He doesn't say this about anybody. If you would have called him Mr. Sanders, then we would have known he was really meaning something.
Limits, would you like to hop on board here with the big boy?
I would love to hop on board. Hello, big boy. Do you think that there's a chance that the Steelers in the third round might end up taking Tyler Shuck, or do you think that it's something they shouldn't even consider?
Wow. See, first of all, Tyler Shuck might be gone by then, right? That's the case. But if he's there, I think you have to explore it. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind a quarterback in the third round where you're saying if worst case scenario happens, he could be our backup. He could be our Landry Jones. He could be our, for lack of better guys, I mean, Mason Rudolph or guys like that. I'm all for that. And that's what you're going to get when you look at a guy in the third and fourth round. So if he's there, I mean, even potentially a Will Howard, somebody like that late in the third, late in day 2, early day 3, I would be willing to go down that route right there. But I don't want to grab a quarterback at 21 where you're looking at he's being viewed as when you're picking a quarterback in the first round in 20, you're thinking he's going to be a slam dunk. And I just don't think anybody that's going to be around at 21 is going to be a slam dunk for them, but you don't need that in the third. They need to add to people. I still think Aaron Rodgers comes. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth.